Next item on the agenda is division reports.
Good evening. So now that it's February, we, instead of having a division report and a park board report, we actually have our annual report. So I'll be reporting on all of 2017. So, you know, certainly throughout the year last year, we updated you on each of the months, everything that's going on. But what I'd like to present to you now is basically, hey, here's the year in review, all the goals that we have going forward to 2018, and then what we accomplished in 2017. And then there's also some highlights. So hang in there. We did a lot. So. And I'm happy to take questions as we go through. So we'll start on the recreation side. We increased our summer day camp attendance by 14%. You can see on the left that's some of the campers. We built forts. So again, this is our traditional summer day camp, the Monday through Friday, programmed out 9:30 to 3:30 with extended hours. We have also found that with our summer day camp, it's becoming very popular, which is awesome. Most of the weeks were filled with, and if not, with a waiting list. So there's going to be some additional camp opportunities this coming summer. So we're really looking forward to getting that information out. So look forward to that. And then we were able to send 9 different children to summer camp, total of 51 weeks through our scholarship program. Last summer was our first year that we had a scholarship program, and we were able to send those kids. So again, looking forward to sending more kids this coming summer. We contracted with 2 new instructors. One was an early morning yoga class, and the other one is a Quest dance. They were teaching parkour and hip-hop dance. So we did some summer programs with them, and then we also did a fall or winter. And those came out very popular, so we'll be looking to program with them again this year. And then we also offered 5 new programs. Our wellness walkers, you can see a group of the ladies on the right-hand side. We had a nice core group of walkers, and then some new ones sprinkled in. We did a couple archery clinics. We started the snowman photo contest, a winter break mini day camp, and then the learn to play pickleball. We also increased our rentals at CI Beaver Hall by 17%. And we increased our class opportunities. We did a Hoop Stars with Jumpstart Sports, Tai Chi, Stretch, Strength, and Tone, and then a roller size fit camp. We revamped our sponsorship package for events to maximize benefits. We do try to offer, and we do offer free events throughout the year to our community, and we're able to do a lot of those through sponsorship dollars. So we do appreciate everybody who gave us money in this past year, and certainly looking for continued support in 2018. We also came up with 2 new partnerships. Beavercreek Township, we did the fishing derby at Phillips Park last May, and we'll be also doing that again this May. It's at, like I said, Phillips Park. It was a nice area, big shelter, smaller pond than what we have at Lafino Park, so a little easier to keep an eye on things, but it worked out very well. And then Mosaic Church was also at our kickoff to summer. So if you were out there, they were the ones, they gave out free food, and then did some activities with the kids. We also increased our attendance at Party in the Park from 92 to 273.
That's awesome. So
yeah, that's not a typo. 273. So we were really excited. If you remember, and I think it's probably on the next slide, so as we did our Party in the Parks, we strategically placed those. And so whatever projects we're doing this year, we had the party at those neighborhood parks so we could tell people what's coming up. And we added a bunch of new partners and volunteers for our 4th of July event. So in the children's area, we had Primrose Decoy Art, Beavercreek Girl Scouts, Beavercreek Church, Baptist Church donated their large tent. Mr. C was our entertainment, so he donated his time. We had the Beavercreek High School Marching Band in the parade, which was a huge hit. We really appreciated them coming out. And Dusty Stirk, who was through Church of the Nazarene, he was our MC. So, the community will start seeing information on the 4th of July coming up. We will be doing that again on July 4th, 2018. So we'll be looking for vendors, we'll be looking for sponsors, parade participants. So we have a great committee this year, as we did last year, but really pumping out some information. So mark your calendars for July 4th. And that is our pizza eating contest. That was new this past summer. It was a little rainy, so it made the pizza eating contest even more interesting. But I've been told by our chair that it's not going to rain this summer, so we should be all set. And then just some highlights from our recreation division. We did 10 events with an attendance over 6,700 people. We had 35 programs with attendance over 4,500, and that's working with 19 different contracted instructors. Our sponsorship dollars was over 26,000, and then our participation in non-registered programs increased by over 1,500. And with the non-registered, those are the programs where there's a lot of people out there that we really can't take attendance. They're not registered, and so we do our best job to estimate.
Is that like the Sunday concert series, things like that, or is that?
That is more of like our events, and I knew you were going to ask me that, and then I just totally blanked on. Living History, Heritage Days.
Okay.
So some of those are events that we may not necessarily run. Some
Gotcha.
of them we do, or we work in conjunction.
Thank you.
So as I say, the 10 events up there, those are strictly run by the city staff. But then we also work with the Popcorn Festival, Perennial Trade Days. There's some outside agencies that we work with.
Thank you.
So, and I like to put this up here. We talk a lot each month. We do a lot of things, and keep in mind on the recreation side, we have 3 staff members. So Aaron Harris does the bulk of the work. So looking at this, you're like, oh my goodness. So it's fantastic, and certainly we have some additional staff members that help out too. Jackie Dell is another key player in all of this too. But it's amazing some of the stuff that we're able to do. And again, with volunteers. We certainly can't run some of those programs and events by ourselves. On the senior center side, as we look back from 2017, we did open the new fitness room. We expanded the game room and the front desk area over at the Lafino Plaza. And as a reminder, the Lafino Plaza is an extension of the senior center, but the new rooms are on the recreation side, so there's a meeting space, multi-purpose, that is open to the community. The fitness center and the game room and the front desk area are for senior center. So if you're looking at the fitness area and going, I would love to go there, you do have to be 55 and older. We received $4,000 in grant money from Greene County Council on Aging, and with that money we were able to purchase a new treadmill. This past year we also publicized events outside the center, encouraging new members and attendees. So we are trying to push all the stuff that we do instead of just inside the senior center to the outside and encouraging people to come out. Trust me, it is not just for those old people. And I hear that from like 70 and 80-year-olds that they're not old enough to be over there. 55 and above, it's a great place. So the picture is from the Red Hotties, their annual luncheon. So Mr. Lee Dutille gets invited as an honorary Red Lady. We worked with the Beavercreek News Current for additional marketing opportunities. So Lee was able to coordinate that, and a few times we got a full page in their newspaper and just saying, hey, here's everything that we have going on for the next month. And we recruited 11 new volunteers. So again, transportation, kitchen, and the front desk. Certainly we can never say enough about our volunteers. They run the place over at the senior center. We cannot have the programs, we can't have the building that we do without them. Again, at the senior center we have 3.5 staff members who do a phenomenal job, but as great as they are, they still cannot keep up with everything going on. So we're always looking for new volunteers. So I will go ahead and make my plug now. If you're looking to volunteer, it's brand new year and you want to do something, you want to make a difference in somebody's lives, certainly look to the senior center and volunteering. There's always a place for you. You do not have to be 55 to volunteer at the senior center. We also offered some new classes through the Senior Center: diabetes, CPR, magic, senior safety online, and self-defense. And we offered some new programs: Be a Healthier You, Grandparent, Grandchild, which is the picture to the left. It was really a cute program. We did 2 or 3 of those, themed out, but it was a chance for, grandma or grandpa to bring their grandchild, do some games. They did some cooking, some crafts, just a time to spend just together. We did some medical checks throughout the year, and that's basically somebody came in to make sure that their walker was still good, wheelchair. I think people kind of forget to make sure that there is maintenance on those too. Did some tours of senior facilities, and then somebody did a talk on the World War II seawall, which was very popular. Some of the highlights on the Senior Center side: we did 12 different classes with attendance over 9,700, 18 programs with attendance over 15,000. Our membership scans increased by over 1,700. And as we say, a membership scan, that means somebody walking on the door and their membership card gets scanned. So that's the amount of people that came through. Our trips for transportation increased. We have been going outside of Beavercreek for doctor's appointments, so anything medical, we will travel outside of Beavercreek. And so, of course, our miles increased. And donations on the Senior Center side was a little over 5,000. So again, that's personal donations, or that's people just, through, they want to donate their money to our transportation program. And I think we also had our summer concert series donations going to there. And that's how our summer concerts were paid out of the Senior Center. So again, as people are looking towards you, it's a tough topic, but as you're looking to go into another life, wondering what to do with some of your money, the Senior Center does have a foundation through Green Giving. So if you're looking for some charitable giving, whether it's at the end of the year or as you move on, we are certainly able to work that out. That's a terrible topic, but on the park side, we'll get into happier times now. We regraded and reseeded the athletic fields at Rotary Park. So as you go into Rotary Park, that's the big fields on the right-hand side. So we're not having as much water problems. Certainly in the springtime, it will still become a lake. Looks like we can do some swimming or canoeing on it, but it is draining a whole lot faster, and it's not holding the water as much. We have one more corner that needs to be done, but we will actually do that late July, actually as soon as the Owens Place baseball is finished up with their league, because it'll happen around their T-ball diamond. So I don't want to wreck your leagues. You're welcome. We also installed a new playground at Spicer Heights, and we started presenting park projects at our park board monthly meetings. We installed a shade structure at Royal Point. Now, certainly if you've driven by Royal Point, you haven't seen that shade structure. We have the big posts up, but we weren't sure how the winter was going to go, and luckily we did not put the fabric up with all the snow and all the ice that we got. So this spring we'll put the fabric over those posts, and so that will cover up the playground, and so it'll be shaded. Mr. Corbett, are you confused?
So in the future, will you take it down for the winter, or you just, since it was new, just decided not to put it up right away?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yep, it'll stay up from here on out. We coordinated park projects at our Party in Your Park events. We will do that again this summer. And we installed concrete paths at Wartinger Park. And again, if you've been out to Wartinger Park with all the rain, all the snow, it's looking a little mucky. That's a technical term. But the company is going to come back out, do a little bit more grading, a little bit more seeding, and so it'll look a whole lot better this summer. But they did a phenomenal job. It's a great improvement to that park.
Yeah, I agree. Just driving by, you can see how nice the concrete paths are.
Mm-hmm.
It's an awesome project.
We also worked with an Eagle Scout and a National Honor Society. The Eagle Scout, they helped at Royal Point, planted trees and did some landscaping around the tree and when we put up the new sign. And then the honor student actually cleaned all the bricks at Veterans Memorial. So the bricks and then the actual monument. So it looks phenomenal. So again, if you're an Eagle Scout, National Honor Society, and you're looking for a project, you can certainly call our office. You can talk with Mr. Zach Wyke, who is our new assistant superintendent, and he's taken on all those volunteer projects. And of course, the biggie, we completed our construction of Lafino Plaza. So again, that is open to the community. We have a multi-purpose space where we're doing a lot of our recreation programs, and then we have a meeting space that is open to the community, certainly to Beavercreek groups and nonprofits for free. And then those groups outside of Beavercreek or for-profits, we have a slight charge. We had 9 groups adopt a park. The Kiwanis, Spicer Heights, Wright State University, the Dayton Islamic School, Church of the Nazarene, Girl Scouts, the Greene County Master Gardeners. To your right, that's our Beavercreek Kiwanis group helping out at CI Beaver Park. So again, if you're an organization and interested in cleaning up any of our city parks, please contact our office. We're always looking for additional help. So as we talk about our recreation staff, on our park staff, we have 5 full-time, 2 part-time, and we have 23 parks to maintain. So, and some of those are rather large. We have 1 full-time individual at Rotary Park. So if you're looking to help out, please contact us. So as we look into 2018 on the recreation side, we'll be facilitating a volunteer recognition event with our park board. We just talked about that a little bit. Open the new Lafino Plaza space and utilize it to offer public programs and meetings for various organizations. And also facilitate an Arbor Day celebration. So as a whole, we are going to be going out to get Tree City designation by the end of this year. And one of those things that is required to have an Arbor Day celebration. So we have a brand new tree advisory board, and part of their role is to do an Arbor Day celebration, but we will be helping them out at least this first year, and then they'll be off and running after that. We're also looking to increase our indoor programming offerings at Lafino Plaza. So we're averaging 2 programs per day at both CI Beaver Hall and Lafino Plaza. Offer a specialty day camp run concurrently with our traditional summer day camp. And then also foster some new relationships with the Beavercreek branch of the Greene County Public Library. So we already have a few of those set up, so if you've received your in-touch, you'll see some of those programs coming. We're also looking to run financially successful winter and spring break camps with Decoy Art Studio, and hoping to break even, meaning revenue versus expenses. Send quarterly surveys for our programs and classes to make improvements, and increase our donations to Camper Scholarship Fund to send 5 more children to camp. We would also like to increase our rentals at CI Beaver Hall by 10%. And increase our special event donations to cover 90% of the event costs.
Yeah, can I ask a question about the CI Beaver Hall? I was thinking about that as you showed the 17% growth in rentals before. Do you expect to do less programming in CI Beaver Hall now that the Lafino property is open, making it more available for rentals? Is that part of that goal, or?
Yeah, I hate to say loosely, but CI Beaver Hall it's set up more as a rental facility, but that's usually just happening Friday, Saturday, Sundays. So we still have the rest of the week. I think a big push will bring people into Lafino Plaza because it's a bigger space. We're able to do 2 programs at once at Lafino Plaza with a moving wall,
Right.
But some things will stay at CI
Okay.
Beaver.
So it really is just generating new business, not necessarily filling empty space.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. As we move over to the Senior Center, goal for 2018, review the transportation program and the current or future levels of volunteering. As I stated earlier, we're going a lot more places and we are doing a lot more trips. Transportation is run all by volunteers. That's scheduling, taking the phone calls, putting everything together, driving the van, and then whenever one van goes out, along with the driver is an escort. So we have somebody helping the passengers. So that's 2 people per trip that we're trying to volunteer. So if you are looking to volunteer, that's a big need right now. And we did, and it's probably in one of these slides, but we secured a grant, or we applied for a grant to buy a new van in 2018. So we're waiting for final thing, but we're pretty confident that that's going to come through. So we'll have a new van this year too. We're also looking to purchase new transportation software. Right now, if you're familiar at all, but we are using Access as our database for software and scheduling people. It's a great program, but maybe not for what we're looking for it to do. So we're trying to look for a transportation software that will pretty much do everything. You put the people in there. You know, if Johnny needs a wheelchair, you plug him in, and the software automatically puts Johnny on said truck that has a wheelchair lift. It would also print out directions to wherever the person's going. And then each van would have a tablet. So they could get real time, like, hey, by the way, Johnny canceled, can you go here? And so it can be real time instead of what we're doing old school and printing out. So looking forward to seeing that develop. And then also create a transportation manual for each van. So that way, as volunteers get in the van, or if there's any issues or anything, we always have some type of manual. Here's the van, here's just maybe some of its quirks, how it works, where everything is. So we're looking to put some information like that together. We'd also like to create a volunteer manual. One of the things, MRVRMA, it's our Miami Valley Risk Management Association, who we're a part of. We're working with them to put some type of volunteer manual together that, you know, kind of meets one of their checklist items. So we would like to increase our public outreach to increase our membership by 5%, and then submit letters to area clubs, groups, churches, and again, to increase our volunteers by 10%. On the park side, and we talked about this last month, but install a new program at not a program. We're going to install a playground at Rotary Park, install a new playground at Gershbacher, new parking lot at Shout Park for overflow, and that will just be an extension. So as you drive in, don't do it now, but if you just keep going straight, that's where the overflow parking will be. Last year we had kind of a makeshift. You could park on the grass. We did some drainage, but this year we'll actually put down some asphalt. And then also improve Merrick Park with some amenities. You know, maybe a climber, a swing, benches, shade structure. Again, that's something we'll have a neighborhood meeting and just kind of get an idea of exactly what they would be interested in doing or having. We'd like to grow the Adopt a Park program by 2 parks. We're going to be working on our 10-year master plan, research new volunteer groups to help clean up our Beavercreek parks, continue with tree replacement at Gershbacher and Spicer Heights. And again, just to go back to Gershbacher, if you've driven by there, you'll notice that there's really not many trees left. Our staff went in with a forestry mower, and we had to remove a lot of trees. They were all ash, they were dead, and really they were just going to come down. So we wanted to make sure we took them down before they fell. And then that way too, before we get the playground installed, we had some time to clear all those out, and then little by little we'll start replacing those trees. And then again, as I said earlier, achieve our Tree City USA designation. And right now we are accepting applications for park maintenance workers, parks intern, our sports management intern, camp counselors. They are also hiring on the golf side and in with public service traffic. So if anybody is interested in a seasonal job, they can go to our website, go to the HR division and fill out an application, or certainly give our office a call if there's any questions. But it is seasonal, so it's not a full-time job. We'll call it full-time seasonal, so 40 hours a week. And of course, we are always looking for sponsorship opportunities. So whether you're a business, an organization, or an individual, and you would love to give back to our department, please contact me, and I'd be happy to tell you what we have to offer. So, we do not, like within this slide presentation, really don't have any of the upcoming events. Please go to our website. So we have a lot of things going up. We're in February, so March we're going to be kicking into full gear, but softball starting up, soccer, softball for adults, soccer for adults, all our fitness classes. Our next event is a couple in April, Arbor Day, and kickoff to summer. On the senior center side, they've got some new fitness classes. And also on the park side, or as our division, we have taken over the operation and maintenance of Victory Park in Community Park. So if you're interested in using the gazebo at Victory Park or campsite at Community, certainly contact our office. If you see any issues or any concerns with either of those parks, contact our office, but we're the ones taking care of those parks. With that, I am happy to answer any questions.
Nothing new?
No questions.
That's fantastic.
All right, I answered mine, or asked mine as we went along. I do want to say, you mentioned it earlier, with the size staff that we have here in the city of Beavercreek, we're very fortunate to have quality staff and to have the amount of programming available to our community that you provide. You probably don't get thanked enough, but we do, as a park board, really appreciate the efforts that you have, that you put into what you do and share with us here at the park board meetings. So thank you very much. And congratulations on a great year.